evening. Hello. Yes, I am also gay. Surprise! Thank you very much. That's a much better reaction than I got from my girlfriend at the time. Quick word of warning, you do not want to fill that bucket. I've done it before, his requests are weird. Don't do that. And the show is great, but the bucket is not. Just avoid the bucket. There's a second part of my personality that I need to tell you about, right? And that is that I am German. I have a German citizenship. There we go. Hello, are Germans in? Yes. Yeah, raise your hand. Okay, good. Always good to check which hand they use. always making sure. Welcome. I didn't grow up in Germany though, I grew up in Switzerland, right? Specifically in the little part of Switzerland where they speak German, or like the locals call it, German! The problem with German speakers in Switzerland is that they don't speak proper German, right? They speak something called Swiss German. Anyone ever heard Swiss German before? Anyone been to Switzerland? Yes, some rich people at the back, thank you very much. Thank you for coming, don't forget that at the donation box. Swiss people speak German in a very strange way, right? It's very much like, ja, können Sie bitte mal das Kuchenkästchen öffnen? Ja, danke vielmals. It's very much like you're sort of choking on something, but not in a good way. Swiss people get excited, which they rarely do. Their language very much descends into like that just meant hello, how are you? That's how Swiss people greet each other. Doing stand-up comedy in Switzerland can be quite difficult, right? Because Swiss people aren't that funny usually. They don't have enough opinions for that. It can even be hard to find Swiss people to come to your comedy show, right? Because famously Switzerland has a lot of nooks and crannies. For example, did we know that every single house in Switzerland has to have a dark room? A bunker in case there's a nuclear war, right? Switzerland will be neutral, but they are ready. Love that you laughed at the darkroom joke. That's knowledge you shouldn't have if you're straight. Good, we'll deal with that later. If you really want to find Swiss people to come to your comedy show, you look around for a very nice house with a very nice garden, because Swiss people will be sitting there, right on the fence, right? So Swiss people like to sit, try and get an opinion out of a Swiss person, impossible. Whether Nazis good or bad, I don't know. How much gold do they have? That's a little history joke for you, Dan. Usually splits the room. Not because it's particularly offensive, more because of the state of the British education system. I also did a lot of work. I did a lot of work to try and distance myself from my German heritage a little bit, right? I wonder why. For me, that mainly meant that I tried to get rid of my German accent in English, right? Because I think my German accent sounds incredibly harsh, it sounds incredibly awful, very weird, very harsh. It's very much like I want to draft you all into the Wehrmacht! But yeah, my German accent's still sort of lingering around a little bit, just like the feeling of guilt about the fact that my granddad lives in Argentina now. The problem with Switzerland is, and growing up gay in Switzerland, is that Switzerland's incredibly nice, but it's very, very boring, right? Nothing really happens. Let me put it this way, do we know Taylor Swift? Yeah? Oh, some fans in? No? Okay, no. The courage left the white women immediately. Taylor Swift did the Eras Tour. Eras Tour, one date in Switzerland, it did not sell out, right? Shock gasp in the room. She released a statement afterwards she would not play Switzerland again. Personal tragedy for me, I left the country. No, but that's how boring Switzerland is, right? It gets worse. Do we know Heidi? Right, little girl that lives in the mountains, Heidi, yes. Heidi has a best friend, Clara. Clara uses a wheelchair, right? Halfway through the legend of Heidi, Heidi pushes her disabled friend Clara down a mountainside just for entertainment. That's how boring Switzerland is. I leave you on two things. I felt incredibly welcome in the UK, right? Incredibly welcome, incredibly warm, because lots and lots of people here in the UK are very open for queer people, right? Very open. And back in rural Switzerland, straight people still spit at the gays, and we have to pretend we're not incredibly turned on by that. Very difficult. But when I moved to the UK, I also learned a lot. The most important thing and the first thing I learned is, did we know that there is a gay version of rock, paper, scissors? It's called ribbing, popper, syphilis. Amazing. Everybody loses all the time. As you can tell by my material and the humongous sign that I popped into the corner there, my show is meant to be heard later tonight. So I'm doing it every day at midnight 25 at the City Cafe, which is just across the road. I'll have a flyer for you out when you move out, and I'll see you there. Thank you.